So in this video, we will learn how to add new Salesforce leads to Omnisend contact list. Now suppose guys you are using Salesforce as a CRM application for your business and on a regular basis you are adding some new leads into your Salesforce CRM. Now whenever you add a new lead, you want to add that same lead as a new subscriber or into the contact list of Omnisend, which is an email marketing service. Now guys, let me tell you, you can completely automate this process. So the trigger of this automation will be getting or adding a new lead in our Salesforce account. An action will be adding the same person, the same lead as subscriber in Omnisend. Now how you can set up this automation? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give your workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as Salesforce to Omnisend. Salesforce to Omnisend. And then just click on Create. Now we can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with the trigger window. So the idea here is, first, we have to get the details or the data of new leads which we are adding in our Salesforce account in Pabbly Connect. So we are going to connect our Salesforce account with Pabbly Connect and get the new lead data. And after that, using Pabbly Connect, we are going to send the details of that new lead to Omnisend so that we can add that new lead as a new subscriber in our Omnisend account as well. That too automatically using this automation. So let's begin. Now here in trigger window, in choose app, search for Salesforce first. Select Salesforce. And then in trigger event from the drop down, select the trigger event as new lead. Then just click on connect and select add new connection. So here guys, we have to connect our Salesforce account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, just click on this connect with Salesforce button. And guys, because I have already logged into my Salesforce account in my browser, Pabbly Connect has detected the same account. It is asking us for the authorization. Just click on allow and we will see our Salesforce account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the instance URL. So here guys, what is this instance URL and how you can get it? Just read the help text given below over here. So get your instance from setup, left sidebar, company profile, company information. Then search for instance. It looks like this AP16, AP12. If your instance is AP16, then your URL is this. So basically we have to add this URL over here in this instance URL field. And instead of this your instance before .salesforce, we have to get the instance URL or instance of our Salesforce account. How you can get it? Just go to your Salesforce account, click on this setup option over here. And after reaching to the setup page from the left side, click on this company profile option and click on company information. After coming to this company information page, here on the right side, you can see the instance of your Salesforce account. Just copy this instance from here, go to Pabbly Connect and add it over here. So here guys, we are just going to enter the same instance AP16. And after that, just click on save and send test request. Now, when we click on save and send test request, the details or the data of the last lead, the most recent lead which we have added in our Salesforce account are now captured inside Pabbly Connect. So here we have received some response from Salesforce and these are the details of a lead as you can see. Then we will just scroll down and we can see the details of a new lead. So this is the name of the lead, test1 user1. This is the name. This is the mobile number of the lead. Then we will scroll down. Then we will see this is the last name. We have the separate response of first name as well. Also, we have the email address of the lead. We have the date and time, that at what date and time this new lead was created or added in our Salesforce account. Then we have the company name and other details. So in this way, the details of a new lead from Salesforce can be captured inside Pabbly Connect. So when we clicked on save and send test request, we have received the details or the data of most recent lead. Now after this guys, the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed. We have successfully received the details of a new lead from Salesforce inside Pabbly Connect. Now let's move to step 2 and send these details of a new lead to Omnisend. So just scroll down, come to our action window, and here in Choose App, search for Omnisend. Select Omnisend over here. And then in action event from the drop down, select create subscriber as the action event. Click on connect and select add new connection. Now here guys, what we have to do, we have to connect our Omnisend account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the API key of our Omnisend account. Now here you must be thinking how you can get the API key. Now to get it, just go to your Omnisend account and from the right side, just click on this profiles option and click on store settings. After reaching to the store settings page, just scroll down and click on this option of API keys. Just click here. And then here you can see that the API key option. Just click on this create API key button and a new API key will be created. Give your API key a name. For example, I'll name it as Pabbly. And after that, it is basically giving us two options. First one is this API key will only allow to add new subscriber. And second one is I want to set up custom permissions for this API key. So the API key which you are generating in your Omnisend account, how much access permission you want to give to this API key. So if you just want to add subscribers, you can select this first option. But if you want this API key to perform some other actions as well, like the given actions given below over here, you can select the second option. Right now, because I just want to add subscriber, I'm creating this API key just to add subscriber. So I will select this option and click on save. Now we can see that the API key has been generated. Just copy this API key from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. And then just click on save. Now we can see that we have successfully connected our Omnisend account with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the email address. That what is the email address of the new subscriber which we want to add in Omnisend. So from Salesforce, we have received the email address of the new lead which we have added. So let's scroll for the response of email address. And here it is. So from this response of Salesforce of email address, we have to map this same email address, the same response over here in this given field. And guys, the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field and in the drop down below, you can see a list of all the responses which we have received from Salesforce of a new lead being added. You can see all of those responses over here. And from these responses, select the response of email and map it over here. After mapping the email address, here the next thing it asks us is the phone number. So we have also received the response of phone number from Salesforce. So this is it. And let's map the same response over here. Just click on this field and from the drop down, select the response of mobile number and map it. Then it is asking us for the status and in drop down, we have three different status: subscribed, unsubscribed, non-subscribed. So I want this user to be added as a status with subscribed. So I'm selecting it. Then it is asking us status date and the help text below it says if empty, it will pre-fill with the current date. So basically guys, we have to enter the last updated status date of the newly added lead or new subscriber which we are creating. Now here we have to basically mention the date. We are going to mention the date on which the subscriber was created. So let's search for that date created at. Okay, so this is the created date. But guys, you will notice one thing. In this option, in this field, in the drop down, we have the example that in what format of date and time this field takes the date and time. But here in Salesforce responses, you can see date and time in some different format. So basically what we have to do, using date time formatter, a feature of Pabbly Connect, we have to change the format of this date to this date. Now how it's going to work? So for that, just scroll up and before the Omnisend step, just click on this add action step button over here. And after that, here in choose app, search for date time formatter. So date time formatter is a module, a feature of Pabbly Connect using which we can change the formatting and time zone of a date. So here we want to change the format of this date. So here from this drop down of action event, we are going to select the action event as format date only. Click on connect. After this, the only thing it asks us is the date. So here we have to mention or map the date that the format of which date we want to change. So we want to change the format of this date. So let's map this date over here in this date field. Just click here and from the drop down, select that response of created date and map it. After this, the next thing it asks us is from format. So in the drop down below, we can see a list of all the different formats which we have. And here we have to select that in which format this date is present right now. So this date right now is present in this format. So let's select this format over here. And then it is asking us for the to format. So here in to format, we have to convert this date in this second format. So let's select this format, and it is the very same format which you can see in the help desk below this field. So after selecting your to format, just click on save and send test request. And then here in response, you can see that we have successfully changed the format of the date. Now, after changing the format from this response of date time formatter, we have to basically map this formatted date over here in the status date field. Just click here. And guys, here in the drop down right now, you can't see any response. Now, because we have added some new data, a new step before this step, we just have to reconnect our Omnisend account. Just click on this connected button, select existing connection and click on save. So we have to reconnect our Omnisend data. Once again, let's map all of these details. So let's map the email, search for email and map it. Then let's map the mobile number. So phone number, select the response of mobile phone and map it. Status is subscribe, and here in status date from the drop down, map the response from date time formatter of changed formatted date. After status date, the next thing it asks us is the first name. So just click here, and from the Salesforce responses from the drop down, select the response of the first name of the new lead, and then map the response of the last name of the new lead. So here we have the last name. Here it is. Just select it and map it. Then it is asking us for the tag. So if you want, you can also add some tags to the new subscriber you are adding in Omnisend. After this, the next thing it asks us is contact creation date, that at which date we have created this contact. So we have to basically map that same date over here once again as well. Just click on this field, and from date time formatter responses, map the same date. Then it is asking us some other details like country, state, address, and all the other details. And all of these details are not mandatory, not required. So we can just ignore these fields for now. If you have entered the details like address and all of those things of a new lead in Salesforce and received the details, the same details in Pabbly Connect as well in this response, you can one by one map all of these details over here as well. And after mapping all of these details, all the required data, just click on the save and send test request button. After clicking on save and send test request, here you can see that we have received the response, and this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the new lead which we have added in our Salesforce account, for whom we have received the response in Pabbly Connect, the same new lead has been added as a new subscriber in Omnisend. So let's check it. We will go to our Omnisend account, we will go to audience page. And yes guys, here you can see that just now a new subscriber, a new contact has been added in our Omnisend account. So we have the same name, test1 username, the same name of the lead whose response we have received from Salesforce. Then after that we have the same email, same mobile number and same dates as well. So in this way we can see that the automation workflow which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine. And using this automation, whenever there will be a new lead added in our Salesforce account, automatically the same user, the same lead will be added as a new subscriber in Omnisend as well. So guys, after setting up this automation, let's test this automation once in real time. So what we are going to do, we will just go to a Salesforce account, go to lead section, and we are going to create a new lead. Click on this new button. Let's give this lead a name, for example, demo user. This is the name of the person. And then let's ignore these other fields. Let's enter the mobile number. This is the mobile number. And then this is the email address. And after entering some basic details, just click on this save button. And just now we have added, okay, so we also have to enter the company, for example, Pabbly. Click on save. Okay, so just now we have added a new lead in our Salesforce account. And we will see as we add this lead within 10 minutes, guys, because the connection between Salesforce and Pabbly Connect is a polling based connection. And in this connection type, guys, every 10 minutes, Pabbly Connect will go and check for new lead data in Salesforce. And if we have the new lead, it will get the data of all those new leads in past 10 minutes and then process this automation or trigger this automation. So we just have to wait for 10 minutes and we will see within 10 minutes, automatically the same user will be added as a new contact over here in Omnisend. So let's wait for 10 minutes over here. Okay, so we have successfully waited for 10 minutes, and after this, let's go to Omnisend and refresh this contact list page once. And yes guys, here you can see that demo user, the same lead which we have just now added in our Salesforce account, is now added as a new contact in our Omnisend account. So we have the same name, same email address, same mobile number and same date and time at which we have created this lead. Now this means guys, the automation workflow which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine. And after setting up this automation, whenever a new lead will be added in Salesforce, automatically the same lead will be created as a subscriber, added as a contact in Omnisend as well. So not just these applications guys, you can connect plenty of other applications using Pabbly Connect. And guys, one more important thing, you will find the clone link of this same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
If you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can post them on forum.pabbly.com. So if this video was helpful to you, you can obviously like this video, comment down your suggestions and don't forget to share it with others. So guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.